We're getting there. Are we ready? Now, here's why you should be ready. This is very exciting. Now, we talked, we brainstormed, we exchanged best practices, but now we're going to see in actual fact what has been taught to these young ladies and gentlemen in TVET in different sectors. So, for example, we're going to start with our software programming team who are going to give us an AI solution. They're going to show us what the future looks like for all of us. And then we have our tourism team that is going to showcase all 8 national museums of Rwanda. And then we'll get to see our live music production, how they make a song from scratch. All of this. Then we'll have a fashion show. And all of this while our live band is playing. So it's going to be very, very exciting. But here is the situation. They told me that they want some audience participation. They specifically told me that they will need somebody to sing something. Now, is there any singer here? Y'all look like you could sing. You can sing in a choir or you can sing individually. I'm going to start a song and we'll see who knows the lyrics and who feels like singing. It's a very easy one. Everybody knows it. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing you say it. You see, we have singers in the house. Very beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's let the children play. Software, we are ready for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andy. I'm a senior student at Rwanda Coding Academy, specializing in software development and embedded systems. And today, I want to introduce you to the future of learning in Rwanda, Africa, and to the world. Now, the future I want to introduce you to and show you to was inspired by a student, Charlotte. Now, Charlotte told us that she learns best in her class when she uses her own study methods that allows her to excel in class. Despite that, she often struggles because teachers are always busy with a lot of students and sometimes are rushing throughout the curriculum. Meet Jean, who was a teacher for Charlotte. So Jean told us as well that he had also faced some challenges, such as not being able to assist Charlotte because he had many students in class during the short time period that is provided in class. And that was very challenging for him to approach Charlotte and other many students to help her in class about what she didn't understand well. And that made us draw a conclusion. Many students face a challenge as there is a gap between how they learn best and the speed at which teaching is being delivered. And this underscores a major deficiency in the education system's ability to cater to each learner's unique needs. Now, we thought of a better solution, the best of the best solution. What would it be? Introducing Claire AI, your personal AI tutor. Now, Claire offers a smooth and personalized learning journey for each and every student. Now, don't get me wrong here. Claire is not just a programmed virtual assistant tutor. No. Claire has been engineered to think, act like a human with emotions. Now, let's try to test that in a live demo. When you load Claire in your browser, as a student, sometimes you might feel demotivated to start learning. You might not feel the energy, that keeping energy that wants you like, hey, let me go. I'm really curious to start learning about this subject. And you just need Claire to maybe cheer you up. So you might say, hey Claire, I had a bad day. I'm not ready to start learning. Could you please help me?
I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad day. How about a little laughter to brighten your mood? Here are some classic Tom and Jerry videos that are sure to make you smile. Enjoy the antics of that mischievous cat and clever mouse.
Alright, as you can see, I just told Claire what I feel inside me, that I'm not ready to start learning. And what Claire does is to understand my emotions, my current emotions as a student. So Claire tried to look for a better solution, which is to seek for some funny videos from the internet like Tom and Jerry for me to watch and feel inspired and ready to learn. Now when I've watched this, I'm really ready to start learning about that subject that I really want. Let's consider photosynthesis in biology. You might say, hey Claire, I really want to know more about photosynthesis in biology. Could you please help me learn about it?
Let's learn about photosynthesis. Give me a moment as I prepare the materials.
Now, what Claire is just doing right now, Claire starts to aggregate different information from different and various sources. And Claire makes sure to verify those information that they are authentic and accurate for the student to learn them while believing that these are really true information.
This slide introduces the concept of photosynthesis, explaining its definition, importance, and basic chemical equation. It highlights the main components involved in this essential biological process. This slide delves into the role of sunlight in photosynthesis, explaining how it is captured and used to drive chemical reactions in the chloroplasts, particularly focusing on the light-dependent reactions.
So what we can just see right now is that Claire has two canvas. We have the real-time Claire that is explaining in real time what she is just displaying in the blackboard canvas. This helps the student take various different notes while they are learning and while Claire is explaining briefly about the subject that the student wants to learn more about. And at the end of slide, Claire always makes sure, I repeat, Claire always makes sure to provide you with external links so that you can verify that information, such as Wikipedia, National Geographic Society, and many more. Now, you're wondering, is it over? No. It's not. Because a real teacher must assess the student's learning and understanding ability about the material. So now Claire provides you an assessment to know if you have really understood that subject. Now you can just say, hey Claire, I feel like I really understood this subject now. Could you now proceed to a quiz maybe or an assessment?
Great, let's do a short quiz to see if you have understood the topic. Which pigment is primarily responsible for absorbing light during the process of photosynthesis?
Anyone from the audience who followed about Claire learning? Yes sir. We have one. Chlorophyll. Thank you much. Chlorophyll. Correct. So if it's correct, it's gonna be highlighted in green, and Claire starts to explain.
Your answer,
why it's
chlorophyll,
correct.
partially addresses the question on the basics of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is indeed a crucial component of photosynthesis as it is the green pigment found in plants that absorbs sunlight, which is necessary for the photosynthesis process. However, a complete answer to a question about the basics of photosynthesis should also include additional elements such as the role of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, glucose production, and oxygen release. Chlorophyll alone does not encompass the entirety of the photosynthesis process, so while your answer identifies an important part, it does not fully explain the concept.
We have our
Which of the
second
following
question.
represents the correct balanced equation for photosynthesis?
Let me try to make a wrong guess. let's pick the third option. As you can see, when it's wrong, Claire highlights it in red, and the true answer is highlighted
The
in green.
equation you provided represents cellular respiration, not photosynthesis. In cellular respiration, glucose, C6H12O6, and oxygen, O2, are converted into carbon dioxide, CO2, water, H2O, and energy. The correct equation for photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus light energy C6H12O6 plus 6O2. In photosynthesis, plants convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and release oxygen, using light energy as the driving force.
Ladies and gentlemen,
In which organelle of plant cells does photosynthesis?
what we've just seen right now is not just a simple demo. This is a glimpse into the future of how an inclusive and more personalized education in Rwanda and beyond will look like in more like 5 to 10 years. Thank you. Merci.
That was very exciting. Can we give him a big round of applause to the whole team, actually? And now we are ready for our tourism team. I was too busy looking at Claire to get the answers.
Thank you. Muraho. Bon après-midi and good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the Rwanda Future Skills Forum Global Skills Connect 2025 conference. My names are Joyce Chuma, a level 4 student from Church of God Technical Training School, formerly known as St. Patrick. I'm here today to talk about my country, Rwanda, whereby we have 8 national museums as shown in the following video. Welcome to Rwanda, land of 1,000 hills, home to the last of mountain gorillas, and probably one of the best coffees in the world. But how much do you know about its rich cultural heritage? With over 8 museums platted across such a beautiful landscape, this is about to be a journey you will not forget. The Rwanda Arts Museum, formerly known as a presidential palace, was recently turned into a display of Rwanda's artistic originality dating back centuries. The Museum for Campaign Against Genocide. Located in the Parliamental Building, it shows how the campaign managed to stop the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994, how they fought and caught the perpetrators, and brought a divided nation back to reconciliation. Kant House Museum. Named after the first German colonial administrator, it shows us all the changes and all the struggles that Rwanda went through during the colonial period and how they're around even in today's society. And it is also a display of Rwanda's most notorious reptiles, including snakes and crocodiles. The King's Palace Museum. It was originally built to serve as a modern house for King Mutara III Rudahigwa, but he passed before he had the chance to live here. This museum holds rich and important historical information about Rwanda. If you're looking forward to getting to know all about Rwanda's history, this is the perfect place to begin. The Kwigira Museum. Ironically, it was also built to be a modern house for King Mutara III Rudahigwa. Unfortunately, he passed away before he had the chance to live there. It is seen as a piece of art, but it symbolizes self-dignity, self-reliance, and all the characteristics that characterized King Mutara III, how he's regarded before he passed, even after he passed. shows Rwanda's resilience and how they rebuilt themselves after the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. The Ethnographic Museum is a beautiful display of Rwanda's ethnographic beauty. Just from the entrance and from the decor of it, you can see how it represents Rwanda's culture through artifacts. And on the inside, it has over 8 rooms in which you'll be learning all about how Rwanda, or how they survived in the colonial period, how they used to sell, how they used to trade, how they used to work, and how they just used to survive up until now. The Liberation Museum. This museum showcases the struggles that the campaign went through as they were trying and successfully actually stopped the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. This is a perfect place to learn about the history and how they successfully delivered a nation. And lastly, the Environmental Museum, the first and only one in Africa, actually. Did you know that Kigali is the cleanest city in all of Africa? Well, this museum teaches us how important it is to conserve our environment, why we should do it, and how it benefits us. And as a bonus, on top of the building, on the top roof, you can see the agricultural plants that were used to heal different kinds of sicknesses back in the day. Well, thank you so much for your time. As you can see, those are the 8 most beautiful national museums we have in our country. You are most welcome to visit. Bring a friend, grab your family too. We are here and we will welcome you readily with open arms. Thank you so much for your time and feel free to drop by sometime. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin. I'm together with Richard, my producer. We are going to take you through music production. Who's ready to make some music? Yeah, right. So, as we're starting off, every song starts with a spark. It starts with an idea. It starts with that small thought that you have in your mind. It might be a snap, just trying to snap around. You might have a melody as you're driving through the highway, and you'll be like, ta da 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 da, anything that you might think of. Those small, small sparks really make all the music that you feel on radios, on televisions, and elsewhere. So we want to give you a glimpse of what we do, taking small ideas, taking small thoughts into a very big picture of a song. How does a producer think when he's making a song? You know? So we are going to start by saying all that. Those small ideas are the ones that drive us into the more technical bit of, the production. What sounds am I going to make? What congregation or what audience am I looking up to? It gives you a glimpse of what you should put into consideration as you're going to make the music. So we're going to start with a beat. Basically, as a producer, when we're going to start, we are going to do a song that is Rwandan traditional best. I hope you enjoy it. So, as I started saying, we all have ideas. Depending on the kind of genre I'm going to make, this is Gakondo. So, we start with a shaker, basically. If you can all put it in the speakers and we hear. So as an idea of a Rwandan traditional song or an African song, we have those shakers. I think you always hear them in songs that are being played in the background, After that, we are making a Rwandan traditional song. Most of the time we have a clap or a tambourine, any type of instrument that can really give you a picture of where you're going. So we have that. Can you all do this? All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. So it all progresses with time. We have a clap. We have a shaker in the background. We have a kick. Let me request the producer to solo the kick alone. That's a kick. All right. If you have other percussion instruments as well, we put them so that they all coherently work together. Right now, we have a very basic beat. Anyone can sing along with it. At this very particular time, let me invite Nadia to help me record vocals, if that's possible. All right. So as we're recording vocals, Richard, let's put it down. As we're recording vocals, first of all, we put into consideration the distance between the microphone. These when we've not yet started recording, give us a very good picture and a very good sound. We have the melodies going, depending on the song that you're going to work on. The distance between the microphone, which type of microphone we're going to use, all those we put them into consideration before recording something. Because at the end of it all, when you have a bad recording, bad recorded habit, or where you've recorded badly, it sometimes gives you even if you try editing, doing what, you don't get the actual results at the end of it all. Is everything all right? So we are going to record our singer. The song is called Kabanyana, and I hope you enjoy. After recording, they have not yet, they're just trying to make some things meet. After recording, we have a process of mixing a song, editing a song. Basically, we first edit the song, remove all bad stuff, just as you cook. You know, some foods are supposed to be washed before they are cooked and stuff. So we first clean our mix, remove all the noise. There are some, when you speak, even right now, I'm speaking and I'm having some S's. There are specific softwares and plugins that are made to clean those things up, so that when I'm starting to mix, I really have a very good picture of where I'm going and where I'm heading to. After editing, we literally have a mixing process. A mixing process, you may ask yourself, what's that in context? Mixing process, we have basically like basic 4 things that we may put into consideration. We have balancing. Most mix engineers, when we are starting a mix, we balance the knobs, the volumes, the panning. Panning is right and left. I think most of us have heard songs and you hear a certain melody on the right and a certain melody on the left. Those are all put into consideration. We put them into balance. Secondly, we put an EQ. EQ is all about frequency-based. It's frequency-based. We have frequencies that we all speak in frequencies. We sing in frequencies. Is everything all right? So before I continue, we are going to start with our recording so that I explain later when we have a sample. So I request all of us to have a moment of silence as we're going to start recording, if that's possible. Right, a hand of applause to our singer. We are going to do another one take. Yeah, we are going to do some background vocals just to put up with the lead vocal. All right. A hand of applause again. All right, all right, all right. A quick recap. We have done our beat. As we've seen, we've had a shaker, we have had a tambourine, we've had a tambourine, we have had like all the instrumentations, and then we are going to have a quick how do they say it? We want someone to help us out. Like at school, as producers, we are taught collaboration. There are some things that we can't do alone. I think if there's anyone that can volunteer to come and do something small, I just want an ululation. Is it possible? Just one quick volunteer. Anyone that knows the song?
Kabanyana kabakoga muhaguruke tugende twihijanire iwacu twihijanire iwacu.
So what I'm going to request of my brother here, you're just going to do a very African ululation just at the beginning of it all, if that's okay. Are we ready? Let's see if we can do it very well. Is it okay? All right. Have the headsets on, please. All right. All right, that's enough. A very big hand and clap. All right. Wasn't that wonderful? All right. So, we've actually had a very nice recording at this particular time. You guys are still laughing at the ululation? No. All right. So we've had a very successful recording at this particular time. So you would ask yourself, after recording, after doing my beat, what's the next step? Our next step is actually editing. as I was saying prior, you edit your vocals in that we've recorded in a room that is not actually a very specialized room for recording. We have noise. Some of you were talking. Some of you were doing what? There are some particular plugins that are really made to tackle such things. Secondly, as we're editing, we have some C sounds, very harsh frequencies that when you hear in earphones, you may actually have a problem later on. You know, those harsh frequencies. Oops. Even in this microphone, I think if you can pay close attention, you can hear it. You edit your vocals in that you have parts that you want and parts that are unwanted, you delete them. That's the second, it's the third actually. The fourth part, after doing the editing bit, you mix your vocals. In mixing, we have balancing, we have EQ, we have compression, and then we have step down mastering. And then we have also space-based plugins that's reverb and delay. Let me first talk about EQ. When we hear this vocal as he's mixing it, I think you can hear some harsh frequencies. He has listed as a frequency. Let me hope you're listening to it. That thing has I think you cannot even hear, listen to it for about a minute. So in EQ, we are dealing with specific frequencies of that nature, so that we have a vocal that is really nice to listen to. It gives you the energy to re-listen without your ears getting tired. We have the bass frequency, we have the mid frequency, we have the high frequency. So what he's doing right now, he's doing the mixing bit of it. He removes every high frequency that is really not pleasant in the mix. Secondly, we have what we call compression. We have what we call compression. It deals with dynamics. Dynamics of if a man plays, there are some parts that are soft, there are some parts that are loud. So what we even out the dynamic range. That's the second part. The third part is reverb. That is space. This is a particular space that has, ambience. We have holes, we have plates, and we other spaces you may think about. So he's going to do a very good mix. As we listen to it in a few minutes, and we get that. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.
Hello, hello everyone. My name is Nadia, I'm a singer, and this is Nyondo Music School. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. Sakun kasakubila, sakun kasakubila, sakun kasakubila, sakun kasakubila. Ay, oh mama, oh mama, oh patay, oh mama, oh mama. Ay, oh mama, oh mama, patay, oh mama, oh mama. Sakun makasakubila, sakun makasakubila, sakun makasakubila, sakun makasakubila. Ay, oh mama, oh mama, oh patay, oh mama, oh mama. Ay, oh mama, oh mama, patay, oh mama, oh mama. Tanaba. Thank you.
Can we give them a big round of applause one more time for all that they have done, from the software to the production to the live music to the fashion show? So once again, we want to thank you all for having been here today. We want to thank you all and remind you that tomorrow we'll have an early start. We'll be starting at 8:30 in the morning. So we want to make sure that everyone is here on time so we can get the day going and absolutely make it a blast like we had today. I don't know if we have identified how people will know where to go, but our team will be approaching each and every one to make sure that by tomorrow morning we'll know exactly where we are supposed to go. Right about now, we're going to do some networking. We're going to kick back, relax, enjoy some drinks. We have a live band that's going to play for us. Now, I understand it was supposed to be at Iriba, but I think we have moved it here to the foyer, so we'll like to kindly invite you all to join us. Have a great evening. Thank you very much indeed, and we'll see you all back tomorrow, 8:30 sharp in the AM. Thank you very, very much. Give yourselves a big round of applause. So the cocktail is right outside here, so please join us. Come, enjoy yourself. You've earned it. Come and have yourself a drink. Whichever one you want. No judgment. I'm joking. We'll judge you if you just drink water. Yes, we will. Thank you very much for joining us. No water, no coffee. Have a real drink.
Praise flying high, you